Hello guys, so what is it, day 978 of lockdown? We're stuck indoors, we're not able to get to the gym, and if you're like me, you don't have any weight training equipment at home, so workouts are pretty crap these days. I don't know about you, but I'm not one who's going to be doing Zumba workouts or dancing about my living room doing cardio based training. I need something that really challenges me and it also works my muscles hard and something that I get some real satisfaction out of at the end. Just last week, my ex-partner Vicky gave me a really cool idea for incorporating resistance training into your workouts at home so that you can work the muscles hard as well. It includes just a few items you've probably got in your home. I'll show you how it all works and then I'll talk you through a workout that I've been doing at home so that you can do it as well. Okay, so first we need a pile of books and try to get hardback ones which are a bit heavier. And the other thing you're going to need is one of these, a rucksack. So this rucksack now is going to be like our barbell for the workout. Now I've got no idea how heavy this is, maybe about 12 to maybe pushing 15 kilograms. I'd imagine it's about 12 kilograms. Now, when I'm in the gym, I'll normally be lifting heavier than this for particular exercises, whether it's military press or a lot more for bench press. But to compensate for this lighter weight, there are two things that we can do to make the workout much tougher and still ensure that you work your muscles hard. Number one, that's decreasing the amount of rest between every set of your exercises. And then secondly, focusing on doing slow, controlled repetitions. So we've got our weight and we've got a couple of different tactics to help mix things up to make the exercises tougher. And now I'm going to show you how you put it all together in one brilliant workout. Okay, so this is a workout you can do at home with no equipment other than that weighted rucksack. The exercises we're going to be doing are the upright row, bicep curls, dips, military press, a variation of a chest press, and then we'll finish up with the press ups. There will be 6 to 9 reps for each exercise, and because we need to compensate for the lack of weight, there are two things we're going to be doing. Remember, you're only allowed 10 to 15 seconds rest in between each of the exercises. And secondly, we're going to be focusing on doing slow, controlled repetitions. Although the weight of the bag might seem a bit light at first, the fact that you're doing these slow repetitions are really going to put the tension on your muscles. So say for example the bicep curls, you'll be lifting for 5 seconds and then lowering for 5 seconds as well, and you'll be doing that with all the other exercises. I'm going to explain it as we go along in this video. The first exercise is the upright row. You're grabbing the rucksack at the handle and then you're pulling up slowly for 5 seconds and then lowering back down again for another 5 seconds, really putting tension on the muscles. The aim for every exercise is to go for between 6 and 9 reps. If you can't manage 6 reps, then you've probably put too many books in the bag. And if you're doing more than 9 comfortably, then maybe you should try and make the bag a bit heavier. Once that exercise is over, take 10 to 15 seconds rest before moving on to the next exercise swiftly. Up next is the bicep curls, where you use the handles of the bag and lift the bag up slowly and then lower it slowly once again. Make sure you keep your elbows tucked into your side and your back upright. Don't be swinging back and forward. As always, when you finish the exercise, you're only allowed 10 to 15 seconds rest before moving on to the next one. The next exercise is dips, and you can do these at home by resting on the edge of your sofa and also resting on your heels on the floor. Now you're lowering slowly for 5 seconds again and then pushing back up slowly for another 5 seconds. This is really going to work the triceps and the shoulders hard. Now remember, keep working slowly, pushing all the way back up, tensing the arms and then back down again for another 5 seconds. Grab your usual 10 to 15 seconds rest and then grab that rucksack once again for the military press. Start with your hands at roughly shoulder height and then push slowly above your head until your arms stretch out. You want to do this for around 5 seconds again and then lower for another 5 seconds too until the starting position. Don't get too hung up in the time. It doesn't need to be exactly 5 seconds. It could be 6 seconds, it could be 4, 7. It doesn't matter, just as long as you're going slower than you normally do and you're working the shoulder muscles hard. Take your usual rest and then we're moving on to my variation of the bench press using your sofa at home. You're leaning back on your sofa and you're holding the bag just in front of your chest, and then you're pushing up slowly, but this time we want to do it for 10 seconds just to compensate for the lack of weight. You would normally be lifting a lot heavier with the bench press. So we're moving up for 10 seconds and then lowering again for another 10 seconds. This might seem pretty easy at first, but I guarantee you as soon as you get to the 7, 8 and 9 reps mark, you're really going to feel the burning in your chest and your shoulders. Take your well-deserved rest and then move on to the killer last exercise, and that's slow press-ups. Just as it sounds, we're going to be doing press-ups slower than usual, lowering yourself down for 5 seconds and then taking another 5 seconds to rise back up to the top. This one is really tough and you might not manage 6 reps, but just do as many as you can, and the more you do this, the better you'll get at it. Just 6 exercises is obviously not good enough for a tough nut like you, so what you're going to do next is take 1 minute's rest and then repeat those 6 exercises once again. And then after that, take another 60 second rest and do a third round to complete an awesome workout. And here's a quick final reminder of all those exercises again. So the first one is the upright row, and then you're moving on to bicep curls. Remember, you're grabbing the bag's handles. And then the next exercise is doing dips on the edge of your sofa with your feet out in front of you, resting on your heels. Then you're moving on to the military press, pressing the bag slowly above your head. The 5th exercise is doing the variation of the bench press, resting on your sofa, pressing the bag above your head for 10 seconds, and then finally you're finishing off with those slow press-ups, moving down for 5 seconds and then pushing back up for 5 seconds again.